So you might be trying to figure out if you can prevent your joystick drift on your Nintendo Switch. Now, to be honest, there are a few ways you can go and do this. With a console like the Switch OLED or the original Switch, it can be kind of annoying, but with a Switch Lite, it is almost disastrous if you have a Joy-Con, that's actually going through and it has drifting, situation, because there's not much you can do. You'll have to pretty much get a Nintendo Switch, like a new Nintendo Switch Lite, or you're going to have to go through and like pretty much, repair yourself, whatever the case is. So the first thing I recommend doing, although it's not completely your fault if it drifts in the first place, is to make sure there's not a lot of dust and debris and everything like that going around with your Switch Lite Joy-Cons or your Switch Joy-Cons in general. A lot of times, if you're going through and you're having a lot of dust and a lot of liquid that's spilling inside of this specific, little gap right there, because if you look closely, there's a little tiny bit of a gap. So as good as you can, just kind of keep these areas clean, keep your Switch clean as much as you can, and that could possibly, prevent a lot of that joystick drift from happening in the first place. Now, another thing you may want to do as well, for the most part, is to make sure that your Switch Lite, as thoroughly as you can, make sure that your Switch Lite, you're not throwing it, you're not like putting it in such weird conditions. I've even been in some situations where I've put it in my book bag and I take it out of my book bag and I immediately see a bunch of dust and like stuff stuck, like mostly crumbs, stuck inside of my Switch Lite. So that's another thing I'd recommend doing, making sure that your Switch Lite doesn't, come in contact with a lot of that crazy stuff, because that can also cause some issues as well. Now, if that still doesn't seem to be the issue, let's say that doesn't seem to be causing problems at all and you want to prevent it even further, there's a thing called isopropyl alcohol. I've kind of demonstrated on my channel a little bit too, but if you want to, every couple other weeks or whatever, grab a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. You can kind of put a little bit on it around the sides of your Switch Lite, the Joy-Cons, and that may end up helping the situation too. So there's not unlimited ways to go and fix this, but if it ends up happening to you, those are just some ways you can do it. So that pretty much covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.